Right.
Are we rolling?
We're rolling again. We're back after almost dying.
Me especially. Like lately, just this whole like last 2 weeks.
Yeah. So well, no, Gavin here. We were doing some fireworks. We tried to film it. We might put a couple clips in on this video.
Yeah, I'm with me and my trusty camera.
Yeah. Wait, did you film it vertical?
Yeah.
That's okay. It'll buff out.
What's wrong with the vertical film? I mean,
It looks.
yeah,
It's disgusting.
it's better than nothing.
Coleman showing me memes. Okay, Coleman, focus up.
I'm focused.
Focused up.
I'm focused.
Stop looking at memes.
I'm focused. I promise.
No, you're not.
I'm focused.
This episode is about you. This is the Coleman Chronicles 2.
I'm here. I'm focused. I'm here. I'm the focus.
The
the
Butler
focus.
Boogaloo.
The Butler.
That's definitely gonna be the title now.
Oh fuck.
Fucking
Oh,
fuck, dude. Fuck
what
me
the
for it.
fuck you?
The crinkling in the back here.
Yes.
Bothers me.
Yeah.
So we lit off fireworks.
Yeah. We tried to film it with my camera, but I couldn't get it to work.
It's poop. So
It's not poop.
Poopy.
See, okay, so I found a night mode on it, but I couldn't get the shutter speed up, so it was really like it looked laggy, as Gavin called it.
right.
Okay, stop looking at me, please.
All right, I'll stop.
Sorry,
Just
that,
gonna
was
save
good.
that
That
one.
was a good meme.
Here,
Anyway.
real quick.
Just take a little look at
You
it.
can catch it with actual nightmare stuff. Oh my god.
All right, we're good now.
That's enough of that. All right.
Okay.
All right.
So the Coleman Chronicles 2, the Butler Boogaloo.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that title.
I like it.
It's all right.
So we got Coleman back. That's exciting.
What's up?
Hey,
How's it going?
it's going.
That's what I say.
It's
All the time.
you know it's going good.
You're 60 pounds lighter, 2 inches shorter, probably.
No, if anything, taller.
Think so.
I grew a bit while I was there. Yeah.
There you go. That's what you want.
Yeah.
We're also by a highway, so if this picks up,
I don't think it will.
I think it will.
Maybe a little bit, but it'll be all right.
I was thinking we should park in the back, but I think it'd look more suspicious.
Yeah, it would definitely look more suspicious.
We look like we'd be
I promise. It would look.
breaking into the.
We're just here to watch your guys' playground at night.
Just make sure the kids are all right.
Yeah,
At night.
we were gonna film up on the Lonely Mountain, but we thought we might get in trouble by the police because we did fireworks up there.
Yeah, and I almost
Not 100% sure if there weren't people camping up there, so we just decided to leave.
Random car came by.
Yeah, a random car did come by,
It was a Nissan Rogue. Didn't get
and
the color.
Coleman's like, "Oh no, there might be police
Well,
coming."
I thought that too.
I think we'd be fine.
I'll just go fuck myself. Sorry for being a concerned citizen. I'll just go fuck myself.
Oh yeah, as of the day that we're filming this, it is Coleman can go fuck himself day.
Internationally.
International.
Talk about that for a second. 'Cause I don't even know.
It's just an ongoing thing where at every turn, Coleman is being told to go fuck himself.
Like example, I'm Mooney's.
Yeah.
He wanted what do you want, lemons? Like he wanted a bowl of lemons or just a refill?
Oh yeah,
Refill.
and no, he wanted lemons.
He wanted lemons, and he was like, "Excuse me, ma'am." Walks right past me. not batting
Snubbed
an
me
eye.
right in the middle of the fucking restaurant. This lady just walks past me and just fucking snubs me in front of the whole
You
fucking
just
restaurant.
you had your
I'm
finger up
sitting
and
here.
everything.
Oh, excuse me, ma'am. Fucking walks right by. Doesn't even look over in my direction. I'm just sitting here like, oh yeah, I'll just go fuck myself. That's fine.
And even before that, lemon juice got squirted into
Yeah.
his eye for.
Yeah, I
Like,
was trying to squirt lemons into my fucking drink right in my eye.
And around the same time, those people left the table right next to us because I
Because
don't
we
think
were we were such big. Don't let them lie to you. We were being such huge obnoxious assholes.
we would not be that.
No, we
obnoxious.
weren't.
that they were just like, holy fuck, these guys are fucking unbearable. We gotta.
We
leave
made
right
them laugh.
now.
I
We
saw
gotta
them
leave right-
laugh.
Yeah, they were probably laughing at how fucking obnoxious we were.
They were laughing because I said "well" right at when Smash Mouth was singing, and I saw them like bust out. I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome. Good for them."
Yeah, but that's when they were on the other side of the room
yeah, I don't know.
or left.
And the girl that was our waitress also thought we were funny.
Yeah.
She would just hear
She
us
probably
laugh.
thought Coleman was cute. That's why he snubbed her, or she snubbed him, because she didn't
Playing
want to
hard to
look
get.
at him because she was nervous.
Playing hard to get.
Nervous, huh?
Nervous.
Maybe.
She saw you and just creamed your pants immediately.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, exactly. In the back, she's like,
Wait, is that what got in your eye?
Yeah, I got pink eye now.
Oh, that's rough, buddy.
"Shit, I'm sorry to hear that."
I hope you all catch it.
I mean, I don't know. I've had it before.
Uh-oh. Oh, I thought somebody was actually pulling in.
That'd be funny.
What are you boys doing?
There's some commotion. Up in the mountain.
How's it not going for you fellas?
He sees all these fucking fireworks in the back.
Oh my god. Wait, we're at a school with a fuck ton of fireworks.
We're gonna fucking make some noise.
I mean,
boys.
me and Coleman did some back to school shopping earlier.
Oh fuck, we cannot make that joke.
I'll make that joke.
Wait, what? What happened?
We went to a gun store for some back to school shopping.
Jesus. Come on, man.
See, we can make those jokes because we don't go to school. But Gavin, you can't say that
Shoot
because
up
the school
kids.
will shut it down.
Just said it. I just joked it.
Gavin, you can't do that.
Kathy.
Yeah, speaking of back to school shopping in that context, when people, I mean, we would make jokes like that at basic. We would pick on somebody so fucking bad one day, and they're like, "Don't show up to the motor pool tomorrow." But it was fucking funny because we all lived together, so no shit. Everybody's going to the motor pool. We had no fucking choice.
Yeah.
But this guy's like, "Oh, you guys are just picking on me. Don't go to the motor pool tomorrow if you want to live, you fucks."
Oh, Jesus.
Of course, we just would laugh it up, but yeah, that was. Don't show up to the motor pool tomorrow.
Like that.
I told you not to tell that that Frozen uniform story on the way.
Oh yeah, so
Tell
context for the story. Gavin
Hi.
was bitching and moaning about how cold his wet feet were,
Okay.
He's like, I got wet socks.
and he was like, "Crank up the heat in the car," and I'm like, "Just shut up, you'll be fine." And I honestly, I'm here to say that these boys have no fucking idea what real cold is. Honest to God, they don't.
Right.
We went to the forge in basic training. Fuck off with that sneezing bullshit.
No shit,
Sorry.
we can't say that.
No.
Did you
fucking
listen
insane.
to? Did you listen to Instinct today?
Yeah, no. I just sneezed. Continue. I'm sorry.
We get copyrighted for that.
Yeah.
Fuck
Continue
you
with
and
your
your sneezing bullshit.
Very sorry.
Okay, so we don't know what real cold is.
Yeah, so you don't know what real cold is. Like I went to the forge. The forge for us was a long ass time. It fucking felt like it was like 5 days, 4 nights, all freezing fucking cold, every last one of them. Okay, and the first day it rained really fucking hard, and it was so cold out that the drill sergeants were actually worried about us catching hypothermia and fucking dying. So, like, as the night went on, up until a certain point, they brought us into, like, this green tent. And the tent, if you want to imagine it was a rectangle. And probably 50 foot long, 15 foot wide.
Now, for people that don't know, what is a rectangle?
Are you shitting me? Or for all you mangy fucks, I'm gonna break this down to you. I'm gonna break this down to you Barney style. It's just with the shape where the sides on the top and bottom are shorter than the ones on the sides. It's short and then long and then long and short and long and short and short and long. So that's a rectangle.
I think I understand now.
All right, thank
I
God
think
you
I
all
got it.
understand. Fuck all of you. So this tent in there, they had like a fucking propane heater, right? And we would all sit there shivering our fucking asses off and slowly warm up. We would like take off our boots and literally our socks would be fucking frozen to the inside of our boots.
Jesus.
And they'd thaw out. And then we put them back on and go outside because we'd only have 15 minutes in there. But it was so fucking bad because you'd warm up in there, and when you go back outside, it feels fucking worse because you just warmed up.
Yeah.
And it was fucking gnarly. It was fucking miserable. Like, for like the other field training exercises we had during basic, every night the drill sergeants fucked with you. They'd like launch these firework things that whistled as they flew up into the air. It exploded and it showed a color. It was either red or white, and they were like artillery simulators. So when you saw one, everybody would scream "incoming." You'd drop to your stomach, cover your head, and tuck your rifle underneath of you, and it'd explode, and the person in charge of the platoon would say what color it was, and whatever color it was, you would run a certain direction, either to the 12 o'clock, which is forward through the patrol base and out. You'd have to go 300 meters, or to the nearest like terrain feature, which is like a hill. Like if you're looking at a topographical map, it's like a hill or a spur or a ravine or something. It's a bunch of bullshit. And you'd go there and you'd make like a little circle pulling security in all 360 degrees, and you'd wait. But they'd basically blow you out of your patrol base. They'd blow you out of where you were camped up for the night, and you'd have to take all your shit with you and leave, and then you'd have to come back when they set off a fucking another one right there once they checked on everybody. So, like, it was just bad. Like, they'd done that to us every single night for the other field training exercises. So for the first night of the Forge, we were fully expecting to get absolutely fucking destroyed all night long. And we were all up for the whole night.
They said for
waiting.
like 4 days,
Waiting.
you got like 3 hours of sleep.
Oh, yeah. But, like, we were
Jesus.
up all night, and we didn't have to be. They never came. That was supposed to be the night we slept, but they told us to stay awake. But they didn't come, and we just froze our asses off. I remember the next morning, they woke us up, and the PG came around, and this was before I was squad leader, and they were telling me, they were like, do personal hygiene, everybody get up, do what you need to do. I remember sitting up, and I just felt the crunch of all the ice that had frozen to my uniform that night crunch and fall off from me just laying there in the water freezing in my uniform. And I got up, I shaved my face with no water, no mirror, and I went on with my day. Got fucking annihilated the whole time. Rinse and repeat, did the same thing. Froze my ass off that night. Got no sleep because that night, the drill sergeants really did fuck with us. They caught one person sleeping, and they had us run all the way down this road, like maybe a mile or two away, where they had like equipment set up, like heavy shit. I'm talking like full ammo cans, 5-gallon jerry cans full of water, MRE boxes. And we had to run in formation where we had like half the platoon carrying shit, the other half of the platoon like pulling security.
Yeah.
And if you like, you couldn't let the formation get too spread out, or else you'd have to stop and wait for the guys to catch up. And they gave us like no time. They gave us like 20 minutes to run with all this shit and all these people back to where everybody was camped up and set up. Because the drill sergeants were fucking with a different platoon, and we were supposed to be like a quick reaction force, like a support team.
Okay.
To like get them out of this shit. But we didn't make it, and of course that meant we had to sleep in the middle of an open field with our equipment that night in a little circle, and the wind just cut the fuck through us. And it was 45 minutes until wake up that night, and wake up was 4 a.m. It was like 3:15, and they're like, yeah, you guys can pull 50% security, which means only 1 in every 2 people got to sleep for 45 minutes that night. And you couldn't sleep. I'm telling you, you couldn't. It was too cold. You would just sit there, curled up into a ball, and just fucking freeze.
Sounds horrible.
Lay there with your eyes open, wanting to sleep, but you couldn't.
Yikes.
That's cold. That's fucking cold. Like, I remember the third day we did something called the battle march and shoot. And before that started, we had to stay at the shooting range, right? And they're like, yeah, we're not leaving for like 4 hours. You guys can just sit here. It was just another big open space where the wind would cut straight the fuck through you. And we had like 2 hours till the sun even came up. And literally we just sat on our rucks, which are big backpacks, huge things that you just fill with all sorts of shit and like march around with. But like we were sitting on them, and I literally remember I was so tired because it was like my third day without any sleep, and I just curled into the fetal position, tucked my head into my chest, put my hands over the back of my head, and just sat there with my eyes closed. I didn't even sleep. I sat there shaking for 4 hours, not able to sleep, not allowed to move. I just sat there and shivered for 4 hours. That's fucking cold. That ain't no shit. It was 19 degrees that morning. That was fucking brutal. And that's without wind chill. It was fucking for real. I was cold as fuck. No winter clothes. It was just a uniform. It was like a t-shirt and like, it's like this material's thin because they want it to be breathable for when it's fucking hot outside.
Yeah.
And so you're just getting fucked the whole time. Shivering your ass off. Oh, yeah.
Yikes.
It's not fun.
No, it doesn't sound it.
Builds character.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
guess.
I mean, I might bitch a little bit about it being cold, you know, like me being like chilly after coming from Georgia where it's like 90 degrees right now up here to where it's like low 40s. But like, at the end of the day, like it's not that cold.
Yeah.
It's not that cold.
I mean,
Like I may be like, oh, it's chilly out here. But no, like I felt like I was dying.
Mm-hmm.
I know I wasn't. Like, I know they wouldn't let me die. But, like,
I don't know. The
I
stories
felt
that
like it.
like people getting injured there. Seems like
That's
they don't
just-
have full control, and I feel like
Well, they have...
they can't know your actual like body state at all times.
Well, that's because people are afraid to tell them. And that's just the facts. Like, they tell you that you can go to, like, sick hall. Which is, like, the hospital, basically.
Yeah.
Or that you can go to MTAC, which is, like, physical therapy. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can't. You can't do it. Like, if you say your hips hurt, like, I blew my fucking hip straight out. After the forge, there's like a 10-mile ruck. I fucked up my hip so bad. I was limping for like a month. It was bad. But if you tell them that your hip hurts, you will be on fucking crutches so long you will not make it through basic training. You will miss so much training that you will fail. That you'll have to restart from the very beginning.
Sounds like a major flaw in the system.
It is. Because, like, if you're hurt, you should have an opportunity to, like, perfect example, right? One of my best friends there, it was a female, her name was Smith, okay? I'm not going to use first names, but her name was Private Smith. And she went there because she had some, I think it was like knee pain, right?
Yeah.
And they put her on crutches. And she was like, well, it wasn't that bad. I told them I don't want to be on crutches. I don't want to be on crutches. I repeated it 10 times. I don't want to be on crutches.
Right.
And they're like, well, while you were doing your exercises, we saw you were doing something funky with your hips. And she was like, I don't have any hip pain. It's my fucking knees. And she ended up being on like crutches for like fucking 3 weeks.
Is she still there or something? Or?
No, I mean, well, that's because of the orders thing I told you
Right.
about.
Yeah,
But like,
yeah,
but no, she made it through, but it was just frustrating as fuck because she was like the hardest working female there.
Mm.
And she just got, like, you get fucked over by it. Like, trust me, there are people who ride that too. Like, who take advantage of that system, who like, oh, my hip hurts, wink, wink. I'm just going to ride this wave of not training until they kick me out because I don't want to be here anymore. But like, for the people who want to be there and try their hardest and just want to get help with like an injury,
Yeah.
it
Things
sucks.
happen.
I mean, it really fucking sucks.
Especially with how hard you guys work. Like, you're not going to be perfect all the way through.
No,
Like,
no one's perfect like that.
I blew my fucking back out. My back still hurts. Like, the last week or two that I was there, and I just wanted to get like an icy hot patch or something, right?
Yeah.
But no, because I would have been put on profile and wouldn't have been able to leave. And for those of you who don't know what a profile is in the military, it's when they give you basically a doctor's note to your drill sergeants that say you can't do certain training events. And if you're about to leave, they will make you stay there until you're off your profile. And they decide when you're better. Like, you can't be like, oh, I feel better, doc. I feel great. I'm doing great. I don't even hurt anymore. I'm good to go. Return me to duty. You can't say that because they'll decide when you're better.
That would be frustrating.
Very frustrating. My buddy Costa, right? He went and pulled his back during the obstacle course.
Okay.
And no, it was right before the obstacle course. Shit, what were we doing?
I don't know.
I know. It was the ACFT, the Army Combat Fitness Test. He deadlifted like 310 pounds and like blew his back out.
Oof.
And he was fine. He was fine. He just wanted some it was like his lower back, right?
Yeah.
So he just wanted like some icy hot or some dumb shit. And they were like, oh yeah, so you're not allowed to train and do all these certain things. You're on what we call light duty now. A lot of things are at your own pace, and you're just not allowed to do a lot of things. That week we had the obstacle course, and the drill sergeants wouldn't let him do it. And it's like a graduation requirement. And so he had to end up making it up like a week or two before we left. And not when he was with everybody, and everybody was like cheering everybody on and all this shit. Like, it was, I don't know, like I could see how disappointed he was.
I bet, because I mean, maybe he got to do it with another platoon.
I think he did it with like cavalry scouts,
Okay.
but that's just not the same.
Yeah, it's still not with like the rest of your brothers or whatever.
Yeah. It's a big flaw because I got seriously hurt a few times. I mean, like limping for considerable amount of time or being like in a noticeably uncomfortable amount of pain. And you can't tell the drill sergeants because the drill sergeants will force you to go to sick hall. Sick hall will force you onto crutches. Crutches means you can't do training. Mistraining means you get held back.
It sounds like they need a whole policy change with that, and
It's just
better
bad.
equipped doctors or whatever.
It's like what doctor is going to work for the military? Think about it.
If they pay them
Well, think about it. The military won't pay them as much as like a civilian hospital will. The only ones that do are the people who lose their practice in the civilian world and have a doctorate degree, so they join the military.
I guess it's a more of a way of doing it. They're saying it, but I feel like
It's just the way it is.
I feel like there's something you could probably do.
The MTech people were the fucking worst because they were civilians, and they just went and were just like, oh, you got a headache or you sprained your wrist? Crutches.
A headache? What?
Oh man, when your
What?
nose bled, fucking crutches.
What? That's terrible.
And it's like they fuck people constantly. It's like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it ended up getting to the point where like the guys in my platoon would spend like their weekends with their phone just researching how to massage, like how to do massages and like physical therapy.
Yeah.
And then help the other guys in the platoon out.
I mean, in a way, that's team building, but not in a.
But that's not how it should be.
Optimal
Like
way,
we should
yeah.
have had like professional help for our injuries.
Yeah, because a Google search is not nearly as good as like an actual.
It's
physical therapist.
it's like getting a diagnosis from WebMD.
Yeah. That's terrible.
Like, I figured out what was wrong with me by doing that. Like, there's like a muscle called your IT band,
Okay.
and it runs from like your thigh all the way up your hip,
Mhm.
and it's like a part of your hip flexors.
Yeah.
And then all the way up into your like ass. Okay.
Yes.
And it connects to your knee too, and it like runs along the side.
Sounds like a pretty important muscle.
It is, but it gets really sore from overuse,
Okay. I mean,
and it feels like
that's like every muscle, I feel.
yeah.
well, right, but this one fucking hurts a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, imagine just having a constant fucking Charlie horse.
Oh yeah.
Ow.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah. So
Is that what a Charlie horse is? It's like that one?
no, it's like the Charlie horse is when your like tendon starts twitching, your your leg flips out, but like it just fucking hurts so bad. And I ended up like rolling it out and taking it easy, but of course when I took it easy, I'd get braided and fucking lambasted by every drill sergeant in existence because I was the fat guy.
Yeah,
But,
and you can't tell them what's wrong with you.
And and if you tell them what's wrong with you, they'll be like, "Are you hurt? Are you okay?" Because I found out that there are really two types of drill sergeants: the one that want people to succeed, and the ones that want to see, like the ones that like want to see the people who came there to improve succeed and get through, and the ones that wanted the people who came in the first place to already be fit enough to make it all the way through, and wanted to kick everybody else out.
That's a horrible way.
That just seems
So, like,
wrong.
Because like not everybody's gonna go there like perfect and
Well,
like ready.
They didn't care. Like
That's a
it was like
backwards
they
way
were.
of
I
thinking,
can think of 2 drill sergeants right off the top of my head who wanted nothing more than to find a reason to get me the fuck out of there because they thought I was unmotivated, and that they thought that I was just because I was out of shape. Honestly,
Yeah,
they had no other reason to think that.
that's horrible. Because like, what's the point of basic if it's not to help you improve so you're ready to like actually do your service?
I don't know,
Like that's just a backwards way of thinking.
but that's just the way it was.
Yeah.
And I found them to be the most inspiring, though. Because no matter what you did, you always wanted to prove them wrong. Because they were always going to tell you that you couldn't do something.
Yeah, that can be a good motivator.
So all you wanted to do every day was to prove to them that you could do it.
Yeah. That's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah, but that was just real ass backwards, all them fucking sick call and MTech shit. But anyways, on a lighter note,
Lighter note.
I'm back.
You are back.
He's bad.
And I'm done. I did it. I graduated.
Now you got 5.5 more years.
Yeah. 5.5 more years. I'm gonna go to my unit, meet all those guys. It's gonna be neat.
You got some friends for life, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Out of it.
Probably. You meet a lot of your friends for life,
I'm-
like in the military.
I'm gonna miss a lot of those guys from down there, though. Like, it's gonna be a long ass time till I see them again.
Yeah.
But goddamn, they were some good guys. Some of them were fucking less good. Keep this name in there, Justin Jones. I hope you fucking die. Fuck you. Fuck you. You're a worthless piece of shit. You were no. You were the sole reason. People like you are the reason that people look down upon on the National Guard. I hope you fucking die in a fiery wreck. Fuck you.
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
What did he do?
He is the most unmotivated, most fucking piece of shit assholes that I've ever seen in my entire life. He is the single biggest pussy I've ever met. He's the bane of my existence. I fucking hate everything about him.
What did he do?
Yeah, what did he? It's just because
Alright.
he's unmotivated?
Where do I start?
I don't know.
From the beginning.
The J&J song.
Justin Jones.
All right. This is like a
He's
what's it called, like police tape or something.
All right, it's like,
For the record.
all right. So Justin Jones was there before I was there. He was a holdover, and again, for those of you who don't know military terms, holdovers are people who already fucking failed.
Okay.
And or got sick with COVID, got kicked out of their unit to go recover, and got filed in with someone else's unit. Which is how he found us. He apparently pretended, according to the people who were there with him, pretended to have COVID and fucked himself and his bunkmate out of staying with that unit.
Oh yeah, because people closest to him.
So what happens is this, in the military and basic training, if you have COVID, you get removed from that unit and sent to the Fort Benning Recovery Center. But it's not only you. It's you, your bunkmate, and the people from the bunks on either side of you.
Okay.
6 people?
Yeah,
Yeah,
6
six
total.
people. 6 people in total.
Jesus.
And he pretended to have COVID and took 6 people with him.
Okay, that's already a really shitty thing to do. That's
Yeah.
Something you're
fucking
gonna-
5 people out of an entire, like,
Something you're gonna find out about Justin Jones through this story is he doesn't give a flying fuck about anything but himself. Okay?
Uh-huh.
He's retarded.
That's just on the record.
For the record.
For the record, he is worse than mentally handicapped. He's mentally fucking retarded. He is the worst.
Can we have
Like,
this?
I'm telling you right now, he literally has, like, he takes every bit of processing power in the 3 fucking brain cells he has left in the empty fucking dome of his to form a sentence correctly. He's fucking stupid.
Okay.
Okay? So I want you to picture this dude in your head. Palest fucking white guy you've ever seen in your life.
Alright.
A little fucking round melon. Alright? With these big ass eyes that are always got the fucking deer in the headlights look. Like, but he's just fucking brain dead. It's like he did some drugs and it like fried his brain and he's just like incapable of like putting together normal thought. All right, so he comes to our platoon.
Mhm.
I meet him and he seemed fine. He's just kind of fucking grouchy, really negative, right? Like a real Debbie Downer. He struck me like
A wet blanket.
yeah, and he was like the only one in the whole platoon of 40 guys when we started. Only one in there who really struck me as like a fucking Debbie Downer, like a real fucking pessimist about every single thing. Like we could be doing the coolest shit in the world. He'd still just sit there and bitch and moan the whole time.
That's annoying.
Yeah, and it was like really annoying. It's like we'd have a day where we went out, threw grenades, and had a great big amazing dinner. They let us go up and get seconds, and he'd be like, "Man, today sucked. They smoked the dog shit out of us earlier." I'm like, who fucking cares? It's every day. Who cares?
What?
How about you just go and like enjoy what good had happened today? Like, when is the next time you're gonna throw a fucking grenade? That's cool as fuck.
That is pretty cool.
That's pretty neat.
You know what I mean? It's like he just didn't fucking care. So everybody really started to hate. Like, let me rewind. The other holdovers that joined our unit hated him already. So there was like 6 of them, and they all hated Jones already. And I didn't know why. I was like, well, I get it. He's a Debbie Downer or whatever.
Wait,
but,
I have an idea.
Huh?
You could probably find a picture of him, and we could probably get context of what this guy looks like.
oh man, let me see if they can take a picture of the yearbook. But
Oh, you guys have a yearbook?
yeah. Shit. All right. Anyways, I'll get that tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
So
Send it to the group chat.
I will. So they went and I couldn't quite understand why the other holdovers hated fucking Jones so much. I couldn't understand it. Because, like, you know, he was annoying, sure, but, like, didn't have to be around him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he was just so stupid all the time. He's, like, the kind of guy that forgot everything. Like, there was, like, a packing list for something. He'd always forget something. We'd get fucked up for it. And then one morning, he did something unforgivable.
Oh my.
And we all realized why everybody hated him.
What do you do?
So the drill sergeant got in his face one morning. And that is what it is. It happens to everybody at least once.
Yeah.
Everybody. Some more than others. But Jones did not handle it right. The drill sergeant got right in Jones's face and like started like poking him in the forehead. Of course, like, it's funny. Like, in the moment, like, back then, we didn't quite get a good read on the drill sergeants at all.
Yeah.
Like, as time went on, we could, like, really fucking laugh our asses off about the drill sergeant just getting mad. Or, like, the kind of shit they did. Like, because one of our drill sergeants, his name is gonna go unsaid for right now.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll change my mind. But he looked like Paul Blart.
Okay.
He was short. He was fat. He had a mustache, and he looked like Paul Blart. It is what it is. But he was like the platoon senior drill sergeant. Real asshole, but that was his job.
Yeah.
He just got right in Jones's face and was like screaming. And like poking him in the forehead. And it was funny because Jones is kind of tall. He's just like slightly taller than I am, and I'm like 5'10", 5'11".
Mm-hmm.
And he was like poking him in the forehead. And Jones was like, Are you allowed to touch me, drill sergeant? I want to know my rights, drill sergeant. Not what you say. Not what the fuck you say. Not what you say. You just deal. No. I'm going to tell you right now, it doesn't matter if the drill sergeant's wrong, they're right.
Yeah, in that moment, they're right.
No, they're always right. Doesn't matter in the moment or not.
It's like
they're fucking right.
It's like your boss, like at a job.
Oh, well, yeah, they're a drill sergeant.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's just, they're always right. Doesn't matter what the fuck is going on, they're always right.
Oh yeah, you told me about the two shoe tying thing where one said one way to tie it,
Yeah,
and the other way to other tie it. It's like
that's for another time because that's a part of a whole nother issue that they need to address.
right. But the concept I think applies where it's
right.
like they're always right, no matter if they have conflicting things. They're always right.
Can I roll that a little bit?
What?
No, it's
No,
fine. Never
cards
mind.
off.
But the drill sergeant flipped out. Like he was going absolutely fucking apeshit on Jones. And Jones was like, well, like the drill sergeant was like, what are you going to do about it, Jones? What are you going to do, report me? And Jones looks at him, he's like, shit happens, drill sergeant.
What the fuck?
And he's like, shit happens, huh? And he didn't say anything after that. It was haunting. I thought drill sergeant was about to fucking murk him. I thought, like, drill sergeant, he's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, like he's the kind of guy like you have to. He's the kind of guy like I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the battle buddy system.
Yeah, I know exactly.
I think he told us like when he first came here.
Well, for you guys who don't know or didn't watch the first episode with me, you have to have someone with you all the time. You're never walking around alone ever. And if you're a female, you need to have either another female or two males. Or if you're a male, you either have to have another male or two females.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the way it is. Well, there's like this one guy who just came running out of one of the barracks rooms alone.
Mm-hmm.
And drill sergeant saw him, and he like got his arms down like he was shooting something from the hip, spun around in a complete 360, and goes, boom! 360 no scope, sniped your ass, got you, lay down, you died. Start screaming really loud. And the kid's just laying there in the middle of the cement pad. Ah! And of course, the people from his platoon had to run up and pick him up and carry him to formation like he was fucking dead. But he does funny shit like that all the time. Like he was like for real though. Like his punishments were brutal. Like this one morning we didn't take out the garbage. And so he dumped out the whole garbage can right in the middle of the room.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Well, and we didn't see it because he did it when we went out for PT outside.
Yeah.
He was inside fucking everything up. And we come inside, and of course, like somebody didn't dump out the mop water last night, so he dumped it all over the floor.
Oh my god!
And then then he dumped out the fucking garbage. But then he made us we changed into our camo uniforms,
Mm-hmm.
and with those camo uniforms, our standard issue boots were heavy as fuck. Okay, like they were to quote one of my favorite drill sergeants. Man, I know these boots, they feel like cinder bricks right on your feet.
Cinder bricks.
So, it's heavy as cinder bricks. Yeah. So, they're heavy and they really suck to run in.
Mm-hmm.
So he made, for getting that stuff to begin with, we ran a full mile around the track in that. Which sucked, but, 4 laps wasn't bad. But he saw something. He was about to leave us alone and let us clean up everything, but he had a double take, and and his neck snapped around like a fucking owl. He's like, "What the fuck is that? What is that?" He picks it up, and it's a little wrapper. Mind you, we are not allowed to have any sort of food in the barracks room, and he finds the fucking tiniest corner sliver. like you know when you like open a package and you tear the corner off so you can open up the.
pieces.
He literally found the corner piece to a grandma's cookie package.
Oh God.
And he's like, Butler! And I'm like, yes, Drill Sergeant. And he's like, you're a fat guy. I'm like, yes, Drill Sergeant. And he's like, I'm fat too. I know what this is, and I want to make sure I'm not crazy. You come here and take a look at this.
He needs an expert's look.
And yeah, he said, I needed a second opinion. I'm like, yes, Drill Sergeant. And I go over and I look at it, and I knew exactly what it was. I knew what it was before I even fucking looked at it. I saw Guan-Seed, our little Hawaiian dude, eating cookies last night, and he kept the big part of the wrapper in the pocket of his uniform, but
he forgot that sliver.
Yeah, he thought that we were gonna take the garbage out, right? It wasn't gonna be that big of a deal, and even if we didn't, it's a fucking piece a quarter of an inch long and an eighth of an inch wide. And he's like, what is this? What is it? Of course, he's like a millimeter from my face with some tobacco breath.
Yeah.
He's like, what is it, Butler? What is it? And I'm like, I think it's a cookie wrapper, Drill Sergeant. He's like, that's what I thought too. Go take a lap. We ran 4 miles.
Oh my God.
4 fucking miles.
For a little sliver?
For a corner not even a full ass wrapper. Not even the cookie itself.
Could you imagine the punishment if it was a full wrapper?
Well, I had a stroke, dude. A month later, 1st platoon has boxes and boxes of fucking granola bars that they took from the chow hall.
Oh my God.
And they were just doling them out at night. And you know what they got? They got 20 push-ups and 15 flutter kicks, and that's fucking it.
Oh my God.
That's it. And I'm like, I can do that in 2 minutes. We got it fucked. Over the corner of a cookie, not even a fucking, oh my God, you fucks.
Hey, as you said with the other thing, build character.
Yeah. So anyways, back to what I was saying. Usually you get fucked up for the little shit. Right?
Yeah.
And so I thought Jones just fucked everybody. I thought we were dead. I was, but Drill Sergeant was seething mad. His eyes were bloodshot. He was fucking pissed.
Oh
he was hyperventilating and fucking raging and shaking shit. But he didn't say anything, and he just walked away.
Oh boy.
And we didn't see him again until later that day. But you know who we saw before that? We went to the rifle range.
Mm-hmm.
And senior drill sergeant, company senior drill sergeant comes out, who is the drill sergeant in charge of all the drill sergeants in the company. He comes out, and let me just describe this guy for you. He's about 6'4", 6'5", huge, fucking ginormous. He's the only man I've ever met that occupies an entire fucking doorway.
Okay, that's pretty big.
Okay, he's ludicrous big. I mean,
Yeah.
Luda.
He scares the fuck out of me and everybody. He doesn't give a fuck.
He's like Dwayne Johnson.
He's bigger than Dwayne Johnson.
That's
I'm telling, he's fucking giant. He's ginormous. He looks like a rage boss. We were joking about it. Because we were in it was the middle of the night. We were doing a ruck, our 12-mile ruck, and we saw him tear out of this fucking porta potty, and then emerge out of the darkness. And we're like, oh Christ, a new challenger appears. We're like, holy shit, he is fucking huge. But you should have seen it. He comes out, he's like, where's this motherfucking Jones at? Where's this motherfucking Jones? And you should have seen everybody on the bleachers part like the fucking Red Sea. And the only one sitting there is Jones, looking lost as fuck. And senior drill sergeant, they're bleachers. And he was vaulting them 3 at a time.
Oh my god.
Like fucking 2 strides, he was halfway up the bleachers, picking Jones the fuck all the way up off his feet and holding him in the air. And he gets right in his ear. He's like, if you ever talk to my drill sergeant like that ever again, I will fucking end your entire fucking world. You're dead. You're a dead man walking. Sit your skank ass down. Like fucking threw him back down onto the fucking bleachers and walked away.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
He was a scary fucking dude.
He sounds it.
Jesus.
Dude, I would have shit my pants.
But like everybody had like the funniest nicknames for him. His name was Drill Sergeant Douglas. Senior Drill Sergeant Douglas. Dougie Boy. Big Doug. Papa Dougie.
Drill Sergeant showed me how to Dougie.
And then he was also called Smokey the Bear. Big Papa Smoke. Smokey. But
Big Smoke.
Big Smoke. I'm telling you, he was fucking for real. Like, you know how like those drill sergeant hats usually look big?
Yeah.
He made them look small.
Oh my god.
He was fucking ginormous. He was just a fucking animal. Like fucking for real. And he didn't, like, he was really good at his job. Like, his punishments, they never really lasted long, but they hurt. Like, he knew how to make you exercise in a way that made you fucking hurt.
Okay.
And you never, ever did what you got in trouble for with him ever again. Because you knew that the next time you did, he would fucking break you.
Sounds effective, at least.
Like, he was scary, dude.
Super effective.
Builds character.
Oh my
But anyways, he did that. Jones did that. And from then on out, he was like drill sergeant's least favorite. And then on out, drill sergeant also like started watching him intensely, trying to find ways to kick him out. Because he was a fucking dirtbag. He cheesed his way through every single fucking thing. And by the end of it all, he realized, I don't really want to be in the Army anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be here. You know, I have a 6-year contract with the Guard. I don't want to do it. I don't want to. I just want to go home, smoke weed, you know? And so he put his leg underneath the 2,800-pound breech in the gun, in the turret of the tank. No. He took the Cadillacs, which is, looks like a controller, like a video game controller attached to a pole.
Okay.
And make a finger gun with your hand. 3 fingers tucked into your hand.
Everybody listen to this. Do this exercise.
I'm doing it.
You got like you do when you're a kid. You got your index finger extended all the way out and your thumb up.
Yes.
Do that with both your hands pointed forward. That's how you hold the Cadillacs.
Okay.
Your 3 fingers that are tucked into your palms, that's grabbing onto the Cadillacs. It engages this palm trigger that lets you control the turret. And if you go and rotate it to the right, then the turret traverses right. Rotate it to the left, the turret traverses left. Twist it back. So like aim your finger guns to the sky. Then it's going to raise the gun tube.
All right.
But when you raise the gun, the breech inside the turret goes down.
Okay.
And when he raised the gun tube and lowered the breech and broke his leg.
Just to get
Let
out?
me stand correct. He didn't break it. He bruised the bone really bad. Because he started screaming, and the tank commander grabbed his fucking he has like a different kind of, it does the same thing, but you can do it with one hand.
Yeah.
And it's like the tank commander's control for the turret.
Yeah.
And then like no matter what happens, that has precedence over whatever the gunner's controlling.
Okay.
So like if he's trying to lower the gun, the breech onto his leg, then the tank commander grabs onto his and moves it a different direction, then it's going to move the way that the tank commander's controlling it.
Okay.
Okay? Like it'll override his.
Mm-hmm.
And so you got it off of Jones's leg. And of course Jones gets out and he's on crutches forever. And he just starts doing the dumbest shit and saying the dumbest shit because he knows he can't get fucked up for it, but we can.
Oh my god.
What a dick.
And he just kept doing it and doing it. Everybody's getting so fucking pissed. And here's where I get my personal hatred for him.
Okay.
It's right at the end of the cycle. He doesn't give a fuck anymore. Everybody knows it. And oh boy, they're like, oh, you guys can come up and get seconds. I don't care. And Jones leaves his crutches on the ground and just runs up and grabs fucking food.
What?
Yeah, because like at this point, this had been like maybe a month after it happened. So his leg was getting better.
Yeah.
He just went up and get it. But even though he's telling the drill sergeant, oh, it hurts so bad. And I'm like, man, you really need those seconds, don't you, Jones? That fucking PT that you're not doing is just killing you, isn't it? And he's like, fuck you, Butler, you fat fuck. And I'm like, hey, Jones, you can call me a fat fuck after you lose 60 pounds, you little bitch.
Oh.
And Jones, of course, he's like, why are you talking shit? I'm like, I'm talking shit because you're a pussy-ass bitch. And he takes a scoop of rice and he throws it in my face. And then I'm like, man, that's okay. Because if I touch him, I get kicked out.
Yeah.
And he knows that.
More high ground.
No. I will lose my job and everything.
Right.
And get a dishonorable discharge if I beat the fuck out of him.
Okay.
And there's cameras out there.
So legal high ground.
And he knows, and he doesn't give a fuck because he was gonna get. He wanted to get kicked out, and he wanted to take people with him.
What a dickwad.
He didn't care. And so he did it like twice. And then I just went around him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to get my food. I, of course, was just fucking berating the shit out of him at this point because I didn't care. I was like, man, how long did you spend in the special ed room, Jones? Because they obviously didn't teach you how to be a normal fucking human being. Probably should have come out here. How many times did you have to take the ASVAB before you got to this fucking job, huh? Oh, no, they probably waved you through, didn't they? It was getting bad. And then it got to the point where he sat there and he threw his juice on me.
Oh.
Not the
Like
juice.
he threw like a whole, like he threw a whole ass drink on me.
Not
Yeah.
the drink.
And everybody, at that point, everybody noticed what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's like, oh, like, you know when somebody gets called to the principal's office, everybody's like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then one of my good friends in basic, his name's Gabe Dearman. He's like, whoop his ass! Kick his ass! And I look at him, I'm like, better not fucking do that again. Starts filling up his cup. I smack it out of his hand. Because he was going to throw it at me again.
Yeah.
And then he shoves me. And then, of course, he had a whole ass plate of food in his hand, so I smack it out of his hand. and then there was a guy, I remember, LaPuade.
Oh, yeah.
LaPuade, which is this fat fuck. He said, he's like, that's a waste of good meatballs. Why'd you have to waste those meatballs like that?
Because you gave them to me. Not the meatballs.
And I turn around and Jones punches me in the back of the fucking head.
Oh my god. Cheap shot.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm walking and he like punches me in the back of the head. And it went from everybody joking around to fucking dead silent. I dropped my plate. I turned around. I got right in his face. Wadded his shirt up in my hand. And I started thrashing him back and forth. And I said, are you retarded? Obviously, yes. And then I slammed him up against this table. And I'm like, you know, it's really frowned upon to beat the fuck out of cripples. So maybe you ought to go get your crutches before I kill you.
Oh. Oh my god.
Nah, I just left him there. I walked back, sat down, ate 6 or 7 sandy meatballs. And then my buddy Coleman, he was so pissed. He was one of the holdovers that hated him from the beginning. He grabbed a whole ass container of rice and dumped it out on top of Jones's head.
Good.
Jones is a fucking dirtbag. Everybody on this planet should aspire not to be Jones. I think he's genuinely retarded. And he has a kid now.
Oh boy.
He got a lady that he said that we had a drunken fuck fest over holiday block leave.
What? Wow.
And he got her pregnant. They hate each other. And now she's going to get all his money, and it makes me happy.
Good.
Good, yeah.
He was a dirtbag and does not deserve to be in the military. Just want you all to know that that's not how the whole military is, though. Not everybody's a Justin Jones. Even though there are some that cheese their way through and they're dirtbags and assholes. Not everybody's perfect in the military, but you got a good group of guys out there defending the shit out of you. Not because they need to, not because they were forced to. It's because they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Volunteer force. Everybody there wants to defend what we have here. That's just the way it is.
I think at the end of the day, just don't be a Justin Jones.
Yeah,
Justin Jones is a fuck.
That's really the moral of the story.
Dude,
Be a Coleman Butler.
No,
not
don't be a Coleman
Justin
Butler.
Jones.
Don't be a tons of fun.
I think you told that one earlier.
Be a Smokey the Bear.
Don't, but no. Be a Gabe Dearman.
There you go.
Take his dick and twist it. Twist it, dick. I know, like.
Good strat.
I feel
That was a half-hour story. That was good.
I feel bad. I'm like taking up all the time. You guys aren't even saying anything. It
No,
makes
this
me
is
feel
the
bad.
point. That's the whole point of the Coleman Chronicles.
Yeah. Coleman Chronicles 2. Butler Boogaloo.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I've got so many stories from down there. Like,
We could do a 3. We could do
3?
it was.
Yeah, someday we could probably do a 3.
This is already the squeakle.
Just the squeakle. Fuck off.
Okay, well, we're probably going to do a third one then.
Yeah, eventually. We'll have to figure out what our schedule looks like.
Maybe even a 5th one.
Maybe a 10th one.
Damn. Just maybe.
God damn.
Keep him going. Maybe we'll make a podcast out of its own.
Maybe we could just milk this fucker dry.
Fuck.
Stories.
Stop milking me!
Okay, well, I think that's gonna be it.
I think we've milked him almost.
Thank you guys for listening to the Gav and Nate Podcast, featuring Coleman,
Tons of fun.
Tons of fun Butler. Gavin, where can you find us?
I can find me on Instagram, Siped Gavin, and you can find this fucker Nate, and Saxton2233 on Letterboxd. He doesn't use it.
Yeah, but you can find me anywhere and everywhere.
Where can we find Coleman Butler though?
Yeah.
Nowhere. Don't
Nowhere?
look for me.
Don't look.
Yeah,
for
you
him.
live in a cabin in the woods.
You fucking
Don't look for me.
idiots.
Don't look for Coleman.
Do not look for Coleman. We can cut out your last name if you want.
I don't care.
Okay,
They'll leave it in there. I don't give a shit if you know my name. Don't come looking for me.
Yeah.
You'll end up
I
like a
will
Justin
not
Jones.
friend you. You will be my Justin Jones forever. I promise you.
If you try and contact Coleman,
If I don't know you,
automatically a
if I
Justin
don't
Jones.
know you and you contact me, you're Justin Jones now.
What if Justin Jones actually contacts you after this?
Oh,
He's like, what the fuck,
oh,
bro?
he's tried.
Has
Oh,
he?
he's like, man, great times we had down there. And I'm like, the fuck are you talking about, you worthless piece of shit? I'm self-employed, so you're unemployed. Okay,
Yeah.
you fucking idiot.
I'm in between dubs.
God, I fucking hate him. Leech.
The worst thing you could be.
Just a closing note from the old butts here.
Coleman the Butts Butler.
Let me tell you a story. For all you fucking hippies, your war ended in the 60s. You lost. You lost. Quit fucking trying to ruin things for people. You bunch of bitches. Your war's over. We won. Fuck off. No one cares. That's it for me.
Okay.
I
Well,
feel kind of offended.
We'll talk
I
to you guys
swear to
later.
God, you communist fuck.
I know a few of them.
All right. Well,
I feel the same way.
we'll talk to you guys later on the next podcast.
Yes.
Gavin, do you know what our next topic is?
I don't fucking know.
I know what it is, but do you know what it is?
Oh, it's fucking Eric Andre. Bad trip.
No.
What?
No.
What the fuck is our next topic?
Gavin,
What?
our next episode is going to be on May the 5th, so we're doing the original Star Wars
so
movies.
Star Wars.
Yeah, so Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's what we've all been waiting for. Everything's been leading to this.
Hopefully, I won't get another 2-week stomach bug.
Yeah, fucking Gavin, like every 2 days we set up a filming date, and then he's like, my stomach hurts.
Okay, look.
I'm going
when
to
you're
shit my
shitting-
pants if I go on film.
When you're puking and shitting your pants at the same time, come calling
Oh,
me.
that's lovely.
That's so lovely.
Oh man, I wish we had more time. I have so much good stories about people shitting.
Please, one more. I'm sorry.
No,
no.
I want to go home.
God damn it.
I'm
We
tired.
did do
I'm
the
really
outros.
tired.
We did do the outros. All right. Well, thanks for listening.
Yeah, well,
if you listen.
we'll see you guys next time. Watch the Star Wars
Fucking-
movies. We'll talk about them.
Fucking listen to us. I had a dream, by the way. We had 30 subscribers. We'll never get there.
Well, we
Thanks
lost a
for-
subscriber, so we have 16.
Are you serious?
Fuck me, dude. God
Who?
damn it.
I don't know.
We don't know.
We
The
don't know.
grind's so fucking hard, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll make sure I
All
unsubscribe
right,
now.
well, this is gonna go on forever.
You're right.
We don't end it. So
Love you.
let me. Bye.
Kisses.
Yeah.
Good riddance.
Good.
Good riddance.
Fuck you, Justin Jones.